The WS Fencing 1600 Newton HEMA mask, available on AliExpress. It's an $80 mask, and I ordered it. It took about a month to get from China to the US. You can see I left a review for it. Out of the box, I wasn't too thrilled with it. I gave it a 3-star rating, but I have since done some modifications to it, and it's turned out to be a pretty solid fencing mask. We've been using it in our club for about a month and a half now, and with the modifications that were done, it's something that I like. So one thing I noticed about this mask after I ordered it was that the details on the construction seem to be extremely similar, if not identical in most places, to the Red Dragon 1600 Newton mask. All the stitching, everywhere on the mask proper, the rivets, the stitching, all seem to be exactly the same. The lining, I think, is a little bit different, and the strap on the back is slightly different, but the method of attaching the strap is the same. It's still got the loops on the back, and so it leads me to believe that maybe that this company, WS Fencing, is the OEM producer for Red Dragon. Not sure about that. If anybody knows any differently, please leave me a message. But yeah, if you're interested, please view on. So this is the Ally/WS Fencing Coach HEMA mask. Just arrived today in the mail from China. This is what the box looked like upon its arrival. I'm not sure if China Post or USPS is responsible for that, but it looks like it's been beat up pretty badly. Wrapped in plastic. You can see there's a paper covering the tongue here. You can see that this is a 1600 Newton rated mask, or at least it's what they claim. There is some problems with the mesh here on the front. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Looks like it could be a combination of rust or some sort of glue. It's in a couple of places. There's some scratches here as well. There's some damage to the rubber protector that goes around the edge of the mask. The removable lining here. Let's see up in there. It doesn't feel terrible. It's what can I say? That's like almost like a sleeping bag material, feels like. When you press forward on this front part, the Velcro seems to want to pop loose really easily. I'm not sure how much shock that could take from a sword. Oh yeah, if you remove it, you have to remove this whole piece from the head down through the bib. I'm going to leave that on for right now. One thing I want to show is that the strap does connect on both sides via a loop. So you can take the strap off if you want to. The mask on a mannequin head here. This is a large size, by the way. I've been trying to fix this back of head protector to the mask, and it's just really frustrating because one of the things that happens is that these small loops, plastic loops, whenever they're put under any sort of stress, they just kind of turn to one side. Let's see if I can get that there. They don't hold the strap evenly. Problem with this mask. Now, I used the sizing chart that Ally/WS Fencing had on AliExpress, and it said I needed a large. That the mask will shift on my head like this, back and forth. There's a lot of empty space preventing it from moving. That needs to be filled with padding in order to prevent it from moving. And yeah, this what it's doing on the mannequin head, it does on my head as well. It's just flops all around. It's very frustrating. This is the Grommet Leathercraft back of head protector. So far it seems very nice. I think I'll do a separate video about that. I've done a little hack to it. Remember I said before that the mask was shifting around on the head, and it still does it on this mannequin dummy head here, but now I've fixed it so that it does it much less on my head, and also it's got a good deal of padding on the inside. So we still have the leather back of head protector here. This is a wax impregnated leather. Okay, so starting on the outside here, this is the backing of a piece of foam that goes all the way up and over the top and around the side of this piece of mesh. And on the inside, see if I can get it to focus. See that gray piece of, there it is. That gray piece of foam goes underneath the lining across the mesh. The white you're seeing on this side here is adhesive backing, but I'm not going to peel that off because I don't really want to stick it to the mesh, because dirt will stick to this side, but it's going to stick just fine, or it's going to stay put just fine, because it actually tucks underneath the bib lining, the removable bib lining, so that holds it in place all the way around. And that's about a little bit more than a ½ inch of padding for the top and the sides of the head, and that prevents the mask from shifting around on your head while you're moving around, and it should provide a good deal of protection from blows that are coming from the side or from the top. So, and then I also put a little bit of that same foam on the back here for the back blows coming from the back of the head here. So this is an $80 mask with shipping from China. As I mentioned, there are some problems with the craftsmanship, and I'm going to do some extensive testing in sparring to see how it holds up. But at first I was really disappointed with the sizing on this mask, but then I thought, hey, that's an opportunity to make this truly a HEMA mask rather than just a 1600 Newton fencing mask. And the difference, as I see it, is you need more protection. So I added a little bit more. So that's that. Okay, so it's been about 1 month since I did that unboxing video, and this mask has taken some hard hits, both with synthetics and with steel fetters, and it hasn't really taken any damage. There were some minor QC issues that were shown in the beginning there, but I wasn't worried about them enough to not use it. I've since looked into WS Fencing's website, and they have FIE certifications on some of their equipment, so it looks like they know from a design standpoint what needs to be done in order to pass those penetration tests. So if you're willing to do some minor modifications, or if your club needs some extra masks for $80, this might be a good value for you. So thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful.